it's a catch-22 situation, but it is what it is. We are not going to take much time dealing with what has happened. I welcome everybody present in the meeting. Let's get straight quickly to apologies.
Chair, we have received 2 apologies, one from Honorable Dr. Kuranov and one from Honorable Labuskachne.
Okay, thank you. Those are the only 2 apologies. Let's get straight to the agenda. Any other issue or somebody to move that we quickly adopt the agenda?
I move, Honorable Bartlett, move, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Bartlett, move. Any seconder?
Second.
Thank you, Mama.
Sure, Baba.
Let's quickly deal with the minutes of our past meeting. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Last page, page 5. Anybody to move that we adopt the minutes as a true reflection of our last meeting?
BP moves, Chairperson.
Thank you, Mama. Any seconder?
Honorable Bartlett, second.
Thank you, Honorable Bartlett. Advocate, quickly take us through the 1-pager. Nonyan? Bab Nonyan?
Okay. Good morning, Good morning, Honorable Nyambi. Advocate Nonyani has been cut off. I will take us through the implementation schedule until he's back on. Thank you. Okay, so on the 23rd of June, the plenaries took place. The consideration of reports of the Select Committee on Finance. We also dealt with these, the House also dealt with the second adjustments appropriation bill for 2021-22 and the appropriation bill for 22. On the 24th of June, we had another plenary. It was the women's, sorry, it was on the 23rd of June, the plenary was on the reports of the Select Committee on Finance. The 24th was the Women's Charter report back session that also took place. It was in Northern Cape Province. The 27th of June till the 1st of August was the constituency period. The 3rd of August, the House dealt with the questions to Cluster 3A governance. The House was able to discharge that business on the day, cooperative governance and traditional affairs, public service and administration. On the 4th of August, the House discharge of its business dealing with questions, Cluster 3B governance, Minister in the Presidency, Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities, and Minister in the Presidency governance. On the 5th of August, there was another Women's Charter report back session in the Western Cape Province. So that was also disposed of as per the planning program. On the 10th of August, the plenary was the debate on National Women's Day. The theme there was Gender Equality Day for a Sustainable Tomorrow. So that one was also dealt with by the House in terms of the program. On the 11th, we had the ministerial briefing, a session on illegal mining, Zamazamas, that took place. From the 16th to the 19th of August, we had the committee's oversight week. And on the 18th of August, during that oversight week, we had the virtual plenary question session to the Deputy President. We are in this week. For this week, we disposed of the plenary on questions, Cluster 1A and questions, Cluster 1B. Today, we'll be dealing with questions to Cluster 1C of the Peace and Security Cluster. Thank you, House Chairperson.
Thank you. We're able to do everything as planned. Thank you. Let's go straight to Honorable Njandu Programming.
Good morning, Chairperson. Good morning to all the members. Thank you very much, Chairperson. Chairperson, yesterday was or let me first say, this is the third term program for the National Council of Provinces, where yesterday, the 24th, we had a engagement with the WIPERI, and then today is the 24th. The 24th today, we're having our programming, and after the programming, we'll have a caucus, and then in the afternoon today, we'll have a plenary. Which am I audible?
Yes, you are.
You have to have questions to 1C, Cluster 1C, which is Peace and Security, International Relations and Cooperations, Home Affairs. Then tomorrow, Chairperson will be the 26th. We'll have joint committees and also the Member Support Forum. The 30th of August, we will have a ministerial briefing session on fiscal leakings. On the 1st of September, we'll have a multi-party women's caucus. And then in the afternoon, we'll have a debate on socio-economic impact and of the production and trade. On the 2nd of September, we'll have joint committees. The 6th of September, Chairperson, we'll have a ministerial briefing session on the scale and impact. The scale and impact.
Honorable Bartlett, please. Honorable Bartlett, mute yourself. Honorable Bartlett.
The scale and impact of destruction of public property and community. On the 7th of September, Chairperson, we'll have a WIPS forum. And then on the 8th of September, we'll have program committee. We'll have caucus. We'll have a plenary, which will be a debate on the restoration and dynamization and rail infrastructure in South Africa. On the 9th of September, we'll have a PGIR workshop. And then, Chairperson, on the 13th of September to the 14th of September, will be Local Government Week. I just want to mention, Advocate Findela will give clarity on the program of the Local Government Week. The theme of the Local Government Week is advancing our collective efforts to enhance oversight and accountability in the local sphere of government. Then on the 15th of September, we'll have caucus, and then we will have a debate on Local Government Week. That is the 15th September. Then the 16th, Chairperson, will be PGIR, and also a Women's Charter report back, Eastern Cape, Buffalo City. And then we will have on the 19th of September, the Monday, a Women's Charter report back, Eastern Cape Province, Sarah Bartman. Then on the 20th of September, we'll have a policy implementation and legislative review summit. And on the 21st of September, we'll have the policy implementation will continue. On the 22nd of September, or also on the 21st, we'll have a WIPERI. And then on the 22nd, we'll have program. And then we'll have also a plenary, which will be a debate on the indigent support. Then on the 23rd of September, Chairperson, will be a joint committee, and then a Women's Charter report back in Mpumalanga. And then during the constituency period, there will be a Women's Charter report back, Free State Province, which will be on the 7th of October. Then the constituency period for the National Council of Provinces will be the 26th September to the 10th of August, 2022. Chairperson, that is the program, the third-term program for the National Council of Provinces. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Jandu. Colleagues, this is our program for term. Can we engage with the program? Or move that we adopt it if we're fine?
I move, Chairperson, for the adoption of the agenda. Yes, for the program. Sorry.
I move, Honorable Chairperson, and sorry for a disturbance.
Thank you, Mama. Any seconder?
I move, Honorable Chair, Honorable Bartlett.
Thank you. Even your apologies are accepted, Honorable Bartlett.
Yes, but we will be on the flight, Chair, at 9:30.
Colleagues, because of the situation that was beyond our control, I have to take over. Let me quickly take you through the report of committees. We received and processed committee programs as well as revised committee programs leading up to this reporting period. Committee meetings continue to be converted virtually, and we can report that the success rate in terms of access and content continues to be phenomenal. When it comes to intervention, the Select Committee on COCTA is considering a total of 13 interventions. Notices of interventions, progress reports, extension of interventions, close-out reports, withdrawal of interventions in terms of Section 139 and various subsections of the Constitution in 6 provinces and various municipalities as follows. 7 in KZN, 2 in Gauteng, 2 in Mpumalanga, 1 in Western Cape, 1 in Eastern Cape. The referral span over 4 years, starting from 2019 to 2022. International agreements, safe to report that nothing much has changed since the last time. We have the one of the ratification of the agreement between the Republic of India. The second one is the International Convention of the Suppression and Punishment of the Crime of Apartheid. The third one is the accession to the Amendment of Convention for the Protection, Management and Development of Marine and Coastal Environment. The last one is the one of Protocol to the Constitution Act of African Union relating to the Pan-African Parliament of 2014. Then the SC on Transport, Public Service and Administration is dealing with the International Convention on the Civil Liability for Bunkers Oil Pollution Damage 2001, table in terms of Section 231, subsection 2 of the Constitution. Petitions and executive undertakings. The Select Committee on Petition and Executive Undertakings has before it 3 petitions and 23 executive undertakings. The undertakings, some multiple were made by the following ministers and deputy ministers at different times. Minister of Justice and Correctional Service, Minister of Police, Minister of Social Development, Minister of Transport, Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Science and Technology, Minister of Public Enterprises, Minister of Forest, Fisheries and the Environment, Deputy Minister of Public Enterprise, Deputy Minister of Public Enterprise, Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy. Then other matters before the committees. There are 6 other matters within the purview of 2 select committees with a referral span of 2019 to 2022 as follows. The first one is the Select Committee on Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, 4 matters. The last one is the Select Committee on Finance, 2 matters. I saw table the report, colleagues. Thank you. Colleagues, that's the report about committees.
Thank you, Chair. I propose the adoption of the report, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Njando. Any second, Honorable Muhai?
I'll second.
Dongeni second.
I do second honorable members, and I also want to appreciate that the work of committees is in full swing, and also we will continue as a house because of our numbers continue to be stretched, particularly that the ad hoc committee will have to continue to execute its work and ensure that at the right time, as it's a joint ad hoc committee, that we benefit from the work that the committee do. So I think much more coordination and integration of our work, particularly that the NCOP has started with its program of the hybrid sessions in the House, and members, it should be appreciated, members wherever they are, who have been able to participate. Obviously, it's dual responsibilities while executing their tasks elsewhere, but also being part of the House during its proceedings. So I want to appreciate that, the House Chair. Thanks.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Whip Tate Mohai. Mr. Bell, can you take us through legislations in front of the National Council of Provinces?
Yes, certainly. Thank you. Thank you, Chairperson. Just a few items that I'd like to highlight. Under paragraph A, you will see that I've highlighted the Performance Protection Bill and the Copyright Bill. Those two bills were returned by the President for reconsideration and subsequently reclassified as Section 76. They'll be done in plenary in the National Assembly on 1st September and then come to your house. The additional courts bill number 2, that one was returned from NCOP to NA because of amendments, and that should be done and then sent to the President for assent. The Children's Amendment Bill will find its way to the NCOP on 6 September. I'd also like to highlight item C12, which is the Compensation for Occupational Injuries and Diseases bill. You may recall that that bill was returned by your house to the National Assembly because of proposed amendments, so they have to decide what to do with those. Then, Chairperson, item C27, the famous Electoral Amendment Bill. The last I've seen is that the Portfolio Committee on Home Affairs aimed to finalize its deliberations on that bill on 30 August. For some or other reason, that date gets pushed back all the time, but at the moment it's 30 August. Then the 3 bills highlighted at the bottom there were introduced since this committee last met. Independent Municipal Demarcation Authority, Protection of Constitutional Democracy and Traditional Affairs General. 35 and 37 have been classified, and we have referred it to the National House of Traditional and Khoisan Leaders for comment within 60 days. Lastly, Chairperson, paragraph E, last night, the Select Committee on Security and Justice reported on the Criminal Law Forensic Procedures Amendment Bill, which is number 2. And from today, that bill you will find on the NCOP order paper. I don't think there were any proposed amendments to that one. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. Thank you for that reported proper indication of situation of being in front of the National Assembly and mainly focusing on those that we have to deal with in the National Council of Provinces. or unless there's anything from the side of members in terms of clarity seeking question or issues to be raised by members. We want to emphasize that the sooner some of those that are in the NA abroad to the NCOP, the better, given the workload and how overstretched we are as NCOP, as correctly explained by the chief whip, and hopefully we will engage them about sometimes the slow pace in terms of the referral that is got a direct bearing in how we are able to be efficient and effective as National Council of Provinces, because we have to make sure that the interest of the provinces that we represent is prioritized at all times. That being the case, colleagues, let me be allowed to take this opportunity to thank all of you, apologize for the glitches when we started, and now we do have a framework that is taking us forward. Thanks, Chief Whip, for always guiding us, the administration, programming whip, whips, all officials that has made this meeting to be able to have the task at hand attended to properly. The meeting is officially adjourned. Thank you.
Chair.
Thank you, Mama.
Recording stopped.
Job,
Chairperson.
Papa.
Ngamanda.
Thank you, Mamas.